you would make $332,397.60 in your third year. Read the title, but this is going to be a great breakdown video and a bit of a comparison of starting a business. We'll keep it simple: education costs, if any, starting costs, yearly expenses, possible growth over the span of just 3 years, and at the end, we'll add it all up to give you a really good idea. Occasionally throughout this video, I'm going to compare starting a real estate business as a realtor here in Ontario to starting another small business. Just so if you only take one thing away from this video, it's just that when you get your real estate license, you are starting your own business, the same as, say, opening up an Italian restaurant or a Tim Hortons. This is going to be fun, educational, and I really hope inspiring as well, because this amazing real estate industry of ours is a great business model to start. I'm Callum Moore, eXp Realty real estate broker here in Ontario, and let's just dive right into it. Okay, so for the sake of this video, let's assume you have a phone, you have a laptop, and you have a car. Most people have this, so we'll start straight into educational costs. Here in Ontario, the real estate industry is regulated. There is mandatory education. It's run by Humber College Real Estate. There are 7 courses which have 6 exams, and the total cost of it all, once you literally click through the last course, is $4,185. Time-wise, I'll link to a really good video in the cards here that shows exactly how I was able to complete the Humber College Real Estate program in 4.5 months, never reading or studying over 3 hours a day. So bookmark that video for after this one if needed. It can be done even faster now. So if we compare this to starting up another small business like a restaurant or a franchise or even a coffee shop or something like that, it is not educational requirements related or regulated, so there's actually no cost there. Next, on to setup costs. There are mandatory fees here as well for registration, and it is $3,488.76. With startup costs, I'm going to add 1 monthly brokerage fee. This is my eXp Realty tech fee. It is $156 per month, and this will get you everything, including your website, your CRM, and a ton more. We'll come back to that later at the end of the video. I'm going to add some print material. There's some startup print material costs you just want to get out of the way. You want for sale signs, you want house directional for sale signs, you want open house signs, and you want 1,000 business cards. This, again, depending on your brokerage, will be different, but you're looking at around $275 for a total setup cost for real estate at $3,919.76. So now again, if we compare this to starting another small business like a coffee shop, a restaurant, or a franchise, we'll use our friends over on Google. Small coffee shop, 150 to 200K, average restaurant, 300 to 500, and a Tim Hortons, 680 to 1.9 million. But of course, we have a lot of variance here, don't we? Let's use our other friends over at ChatGPT to give us another short list of things to consider: lease or purchase, design or renos, equipment, furniture, permits, tech, marketing and branding, inventory, staff, bills, insurance, and so on. I'm bringing up these comparisons again so it triggers in your mind. When you become a real estate agent here in Ontario, you are not an employee anymore. You are opening up your own business, the same as a restaurant or the same as a franchise. Before we get into yearly costs and the fun stuff of adding it all up, at this point, you will be learning the business. You'll be setting up your business plan, setting up your action plan. This is the huge part and what I specialize in. Again, we'll come back to that at the end of the video. Next, yearly costs and expenses. For this, I'm just going to put up on the screen here my monthly and annual mandatory realtor fees. You have the tech fee, you have a licensing fee, you have my local board fees, OREA, CREA, and insurance. For a total here monthly of $425.20 or annual $5,102.40. When you become a real estate agent here in Ontario, you will be a part of organized real estate, OREA, CREA, and your local real estate boards. Most of these real estate expenses you see here, and screenshot this if you like, is related to just that, organized real estate. There is a lot of value you get for sure, but the main is access to the MLS and the software that comes with it, Matrix, Web Forms, and Authentisign. Also, we can now advertise our client's property on realtor.ca, which is massive and 100% 100% necessary. One expense you'll notice here that is not part of organized real estate is the eXp Realty tech fee. If done right, this is all you'll pay monthly and can insanely propel your career for extremely low costs. After mandatory expenses, the other expenses we have will have some variance to it, of course. Gas, how much do you drive for your clients? Phone, what plan are you on? Office expenses, did you have to buy a new laptop or tablet? And the big one, marketing. So marketing can be as much or as little as you like. I will say this, some of the best marketing you can do, if done right, can be absolutely free. Optimizing social media, door knocking, cold calling, all free or very close to it, and fantastic ways to get business. However, once you have a marketing budget and you want to lean into it, just make sure you are doing it right and you understand ROI, return on investment, and LTV, lifetime value of a well-treated client. But we'll put up some numbers here so we can add it to our list. Let's just go 3,000 gas, 800 phone. I'm going to put up marketing at 0 because, like mentioned at the beginning, if you're on your grind, you can keep that budget low. And I'll also put 0 for office expenses. Like mentioned, you already have a laptop and a phone. For a total here of mandatory and variable expenses at $8,902.40 per year or $741.87 per month. We'll save the comparison now with the brick and mortar restaurants and franchises, as it's not my expertise. We'll be getting into food, wages, etc. Not my expertise, but let's get into the really fun one. How much can you make in just 3 years growing your business as a realtor here in Ontario? Let's say you are like me or the motivated brand new agents that join myself. You are duplicating yourself well on social media. You are hitting the phones. You are hitting the streets. You start working with clients right away. I have just done recent interviews with brand new agents that have joined myself and are part of our on-agent crew here at eXp Realty, all doing over 100,000 GCI or very close to it in their first year. Most doing over 10 transactions per year, some doing as many as 46. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to put your first year at 12 transactions, 6 buys or sells, and 6 leases. From there in the second year, let's just go 9 and 9. And then on the third year, 12 and 12, all very doable. We'll use my average area home prices at $770,000, an average lease of a 2-bed at $2,100. In your first year, you will make $121,800 GCI. In your second year, you'll make $182,700 GCI, and in just your third year, you will make $243,600 GCI. We're looking pretty good here, of course, but this is GCI, gross commission income. We need to get off those expenses. We need brokerage fees and mandatory fees. First, straight off the top is the easiest. Our cap, for the sake of this video, we'll use eXp Realty, is $16,000 per year. And note, this is just a rough idea. There are stock and awards you will get throughout the course of your first year, and there is a fee, a transaction fee, once you cap as well. But we'll keep it simple for the sake of this video. Only in our first year, we'll have to minus the education of just over $4,000 and registration of just under $3,500. Our expenses, of course, if they don't change, will be just under $9,000, leaving us with a good rough net earnings based on our scenario at $89,223.84 for our first year, $157,797.60 in our second year, and $218,697.60 in our third year as a realtor in Ontario, Canada, growing our business thinking long term. Just for fun, that of course is based on my area, my average home prices and average rentals in Waterloo Region, but we of course have agents all over Ontario in our on-agent crew. If we for fun do the GTA that has a home price of $1,125,000 average and a lease for a 2-bedroom at $3,300, in the same scenario you would make $332,397.60 in your third year with 12 transactions, 12 buys and sells, and 12 leases. All very doable. Like mentioned at the start of this video, I really hope this inspires you if you have plans of getting in this amazing real estate industry of ours. If you are watching this right now and you are in 2 places, if you are going through the Humber College Real Estate Program, reach out to me at any time if you have any questions, and look to the Exam Master mini courses in the description below to help you get through it. Or if you are towards the end of the program yourself right now and you are starting to interview brokerages, book an EXP Discover meeting with myself in the description below. We can go over all the extra training, support, and tools you get joining us. I'll also put 2 playlists here again, Humber College playlist and EXP playlist here in Ontario if needed. I'm Callum Moore, EXP Realty real estate broker here in Ontario. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.